Hello, English learners, and welcome. I'm your host, Paul. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Excited to chat about English learning today.
Today, we're getting right into something really central for anyone learning English.
Right. How speaking itself can actually make you learn faster and, well, feel more confident.
Exactly. We've been looking at material from the English Learning Podcast, trying to pull out the best, most practical strategies for you to boost your speaking.
Yeah, no matter where you're starting from or, whether you've got someone to practice with or not.
This is really about making your learning active, isn't it?
Because for most people, the goal is fluent communication.
Sure.
And what we've got here are things you can actually start doing, like today, to get those breakthroughs, those aha moments.
Yeah, love those. And the core idea really is that speaking isn't just the finish line.
No, not at all.
It's a tool, a crucial tool you should be using now to learn better.
Forget waiting for perfection. That's the trap.
Definitely. Start speaking today. That's the fastest way to get better and, honestly, to build real confidence.
And it's fascinating how it works in the brain, isn't it? Speaking is so much more active than just, say, reading or listening.
Oh, absolutely. When you speak, you're not just, like, pulling a word from memory.
No, you're firing up all sorts of pathways needed for actually producing language in real time.
It's like that classic analogy. You can read 50 books about swimming.
But you won't learn until you actually get in the pool.
Right. Same with English. You've got to use your voice.
Precisely. Because when you speak, you have to juggle everything, don't you?
Yeah. Like what?
Well, vocabulary, grammar, how to actually say the word, pronunciation.
Even emotions sometimes.
Right. All at once. It's demanding.
And that's why it works so well for learning. That demand, it really cements things.
It does. That active practice, as the podcast material stressed, it just accelerates everything and boosts confidence, too.
Because you start to do it, even in small ways.
Yeah.
And that fear, it starts to shrink a bit, doesn't it?
It does. And thinking about memory, research backs this up. Actively retrieving information, like when you speak, makes much stronger connections in your brain than just passively receiving it.
So the words are actually there when you need them later.
Exactly. More accessible.
Good. Let's unpack that a bit more. Why is speaking, that active part, so good for memory?
Well, it's the whole package. You're not just seeing a word on a page.
Right.
You're physically making the sound. You're hearing yourself say it. Your brain's working hard to put the sentence together.
It's multisensory, almost?
Kind of, yeah. It involves more of you. And that creates a much stronger memory, a deeper trace.
Makes total sense. Turns English from just ideas into actual actions.
Right. So the message for you listening is really clear. Don't just think about speaking.
Start doing it.
Start doing it, even if it feels awkward. That's where the real learning happens.
Okay, but let's be real. There's a big hurdle for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Fear.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
That fear of making mistakes, sounding funny, being judged.
It's massive, and it can totally paralyze people. Stop them before they even start.
Yeah, the source material really hit on this, didn't it? Those common worries.
Mm-hmm. What if I say it wrong? What if they don't understand my accent?
All that stuff. But the key thing to remember, and it's so important,
Is that mistakes are normal. They're part of it.
everyone makes them.
Yeah.
Even native speakers trip up sometimes.
Absolutely. You get fluent through the mistakes, not by avoiding them.
Which leads to that other big mistake people make.
The waiting game. Waiting until they feel good enough to speak.
Right. But speaking is how you get good enough. It's not the reward at the end.
It's like saying you'll go to the gym once you're already fit. Makes no sense.
Exactly. You go to the gym to get fit. You speak English to get better at speaking English.
And another thing is getting too hung up on grammar right at the start.
Yeah. Analysis paralysis.
Totally. People get so worried about perfect sentences, they just clam up.
But the goal, initially anyway, is just communication, right? Being understood.
Exactly. Like the example they gave, I go yesterday market. It's not grammatically perfect,
Not at all.
but you understand the meaning.
You get the idea. And that's huge. That comprehensible output idea. Focus on getting the message across.
Right. Perfect grammar comes later. Fluency, especially early on, is about connecting, communicating.
So the big takeaway here, speaking with mistakes. Way better than staying silent.
Infinitely better. So if you're listening and feeling that fear,
Or thinking, I'm not ready yet.
your English is good enough to start speaking today. Right now.
Don't let that fear hold you back. It's such a crucial part of learning.
Okay, so now someone might be thinking, fine, I get it, but I don't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah, common problem. But the good news is the podcast had some really great practical ideas for exactly that. Practicing solo.
Yes. Which is great news, right? You don't necessarily need a partner all the time. One really good technique is shadowing.
Okay, explain shadowing. How does that work?
So you listen to a native speaker, could be a podcast, a movie, YouTube, whatever,
Okay.
and you try to repeat what they're saying, either right along with them or just after they say it.
Kind of like being their echo.
Exactly like being their echo. And it's amazing for pronunciation.
I can see that. Getting the sounds right.
Yeah, and also the rhythm, the intonation, the music of the language, prosody.
The ups and
It
downs.
helps with fluency, too. And the great thing is you can pause, rewind, repeat as much as you need, really focus in.
That sounds really doable and powerful. What else can you do alone?
Okay, this one might feel a bit strange at first,
Oh,
but just talking to yourself in English.
okay. Like narrating your life.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Describe what you're doing, how you're feeling, what's around you, out loud.
I can see people feeling a bit silly doing that initially. Can you give an example?
Sure, like you're making dinner, you could say, okay, I'm chopping onions now. Wow, they're strong. I think I'll add some salt.
Ah, I see. Just verbalizing the everyday stuff.
Exactly. It weaves English practice right into your normal routine, makes it less of a separate study thing.
Clever. Okay, what else?
Oh.
Any other solo techniques?
Voice recording. Use your phone. Record yourself talking for maybe a minute or two about anything, a topic, your day.
And then listen back. Ugh, I hate hearing my own voice.
Most people do, but it's so useful. You catch things you don't notice while you're speaking.
Like pronunciation mistakes or grammar slips.
Exactly. And you can really track your progress over time, which is motivating. Plus, they mentioned AI chatbots now, too.
Oh, right. Using tech. How does that help with speaking?
Well, you can have conversations, text, or even voice sometimes with an AI.
In English.
Yep. It's a totally low-pressure way to practice. No judgment. Ask whatever questions. Try out phrases.
That's actually brilliant for building confidence without the fear factor. And they mentioned mirrors. Seems old school.
A bit, but effective. Speaking in front of a mirror lets you see how your mouth moves when you make sounds.
Ah, for pronunciation feedback.
Yes, and it just helps you get comfortable with the physical act of speaking English. Seeing yourself do it can actually boost confidence.
So bottom line, no partner, no excuse. Lots of ways to practice speaking on your own.
Absolutely. The key thing is just doing it consistently, even short bursts.
Okay, so building on that, the podcast also had some fun, easy ideas for weaving speaking into your daily life.
Yeah, making it less of a chore, more of a habit.
Always good.
Yeah.
So what were some of these easy daily practice tips?
One they really liked was morning talk time, like literally 1 minute, right when you wake up.
1 minute. That's it.
That's it. Just talk to yourself in English, how you feel, what you're going to do today, what the weather's like.
Example.
Morning. Feel okay today. Bit tired, got work later, sun's shining, that's nice. Simple stuff.
Okay, I can see that. Just gets the English gears turning first thing. Gentle start.
Exactly. Builds that fluency habit quickly. Another one was object of the day.
Intriguing name. How's that work?
You pick one thing, you see a pen, a cup, a plan, and just describe it out loud in English for a minute or so.
Ah, like, this is my blue pen. It writes smoothly. I use it for notes, that kind of thing.
Precisely. Great for vocabulary related to everyday things and just focused speaking practice. Simple, effective. I like it. Any other fun ones?
The 2-minute English diary. Instead of writing, record a short voice message each evening.
About your day.
Yeah. What you did, ate, felt. Practice speaking, reflect, and you have a record of your progress.
That's really cool. You can literally hear yourself getting better over time.
Mm-hmm. And then there's practicing with TV or YouTube when you're watching something in English.
Yeah.
Try repeating lines the characters say. Mimic their tone, their speed.
Oh, like shadowing, but with shorter bits from shows. Good for rhythm and natural sound.
Exactly. And then there were pretend phone calls.
Okay, now you're just making things up.
No. Seriously. Pretend you're calling someone. Have a quick chat in English.
Out loud. To nobody.
Yep. Hi, Sarah. How's it going? Just calling to say hi. Yeah, busy day today.
It trains your brain for real conversations, but zero pressure.
Okay. I can see the logic. Low stakes practice for formulating thoughts on the fly. And was there one more structured idea?
Yes, the topic of the day. Assign a theme to each day. Monday, family. Tuesday, job bob. Wednesday, food.
Ah, so you consciously try to talk about that topic during your practice time.
Right. Helps you review vocab for different areas and get comfortable talking about a range of subjects.
So really even just, what, 5 or 10 minutes a day using these kinds of tricks?
Can make a huge difference over time. Consistency beats cramming every time.
Definitely. Okay, so practice is key. But what should people practice saying? The podcast gave some useful phrases, right?
Yeah.
For everyday stuff.
Oh, yeah, super helpful. Having some ready-to-go phrases really lowers the anxiety in real situations.
Totally. So meeting someone new, what are the essentials?
Simple stuff like, hi, how's it going? Or, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Can't go wrong there. And responding to, how are you?
You've got options. I'm good, thanks. How about you? Or just, I'm doing well, even not bad.
All sound natural. Okay, shopping or ordering coffee?
Can I have this, please?
Yeah.
How much is it? And the classic, I'd like a coffee, please.
Essential survival phrases. What if you don't understand someone? Panic.
Haha, no, don't panic. Just say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Or, could you say that again, please?
Or even, what does that mean?
Exactly. It's okay not to understand everything. Asking is key.
And just general chit-chat about your day.
Easy starters. I woke up early today. I went to work. Or, I had a busy day.
Good building blocks. And basic politeness. Super important.
Crucial. Thank you so much. Excuse me. No problem. That's okay. Use them often.
And they had a specific tip for actually learning these phrases, didn't they? Not just reading them.
Yes, a really practical one. Choose just 3 phrases each day.
Only 3?
Yep. Say each one out loud 5 times. Then try to actually use them in your speaking practice that day.
Ah, so it's active. Say it, use it.
Exactly. And maybe write them down somewhere. Notebook, phone app to review later.
It feels very manageable. 3 a day adds up fast, but doesn't feel overwhelming.
Precisely. It's about speaking them, hearing them, repeating them until they feel natural, not just memorizing a list.
Right, get them into your active vocabulary.
Mm.
Okay, we've covered a lot. Why speak, how to practice solo, what phrases to use. But keeping it going can be tough. Motivation.
Ah, yes, the long haul. Learning a language, especially speaking, is a journey.
It really is. How did the podcast suggest learners stay motivated and consistent?
Well, they use that fitness analogy again, like going to the gym.
Right. Small efforts add up.
Exactly. You don't see results overnight, but consistency pays off big time. So set small daily goals. Even 5 minutes counts.
Little and often is better than trying to do a marathon session once a month.
Way better for building habits and reward yourself.
How so?
Doesn't have to be big, just acknowledge you did it. Mental high five. Or a small treat. Positive reinforcement helps stick with it.
And tracking progress. Does that help?
Definitely. Put check marks on a calendar for the days you practice. Seeing that chain buildup is really motivating.
But visual proof of commitment. Yeah, I like that. And being kind to yourself.
Oh, absolutely crucial. Be patient. Expect mistakes. They're learning opportunities, remember.
Right. Not failures.
Not failures at all. Every single time you open your mouth and speak English, you are getting better, stronger.
Good reminder. And you're not alone in this. Lots of people are on the same path.
Exactly. Okay, so to make this even more concrete, they included a little practice scenario.
Putting some of those phrases into action.
Yep, a short conversation simulating meeting someone new. We can play it and then talk about how you, the listener, can use it.
Sounds good. Let's hear it.
Person 1. Hi, my name is Jason. What's your name?
Person 2. Hi, Jason. I'm Julia. Nice to meet you.
Person 1. Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
Person 2. I'm from Italy. And you?
Person 1. I'm from Canada. Is this your first day here?
Person 2. Yes, it is. I'm a little nervous.
Person 1. Don't worry, you'll do great. Let's help each other practice English.
Person 2. That sounds perfect.
Okay, short and sweet. A typical first meeting.
So what's the advice for listeners with this dialogue?
Pause us right now and actually say the lines out loud. Practice being person 1, then practice being person 2.
Read it aloud.
Yes. Repeat after the speakers, if that helps. Slow it down. If you have a friend learning to, practice together.
Make it active. Don't just listen passively.
Exactly. Engage with it. And they also said, hey, if you want more scenarios like this or have questions.
Let them know. Send them in. They want to hear from learners.
Right. Your input matters.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the absolute #1 thing people should take away from all this?
Just speak. Don't be afraid. Seriously, that's the core message.
Overcome the hesitation.
Yeah. Every little bit you do every day, it all adds up. You will make progress, significant progress.
So commit to speaking a little daily. See mistakes as learning fuel, not roadblocks.
And be patient with yourself. It takes time. But you're doing great just by trying.
We really believe you can do it. Keep practicing. Keep that positive attitude.
And keep learning. Never stop.
We'll keep bringing you resources and insights for your journey. Thanks so much for tuning into this deep dive.
Keep speaking, keep smiling, and we'll talk to you next time.